Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Jaleel Vester here. Just wanted to give some thoughts and reflections on Mother's Day. I'm here in Whidbey Island spending time with my mother and my family, and I'm just grateful for her. And there's going to be, you see some other content I'm going to put out and just appreciating her specifically. But I just wanted to jump on here and just share some reflections. I was at Life Church today, and Pastor D, forgive me, I'm forgetting the church that she comes in from, but she's within the region, and she came through and did a powerful job. I loved how she connected with the congregation, and she's a grandmother and a mother, and obviously, and but she really made space to recognize the mothers to be the mothers that were, that have lost children, the mothers that are estranged from their children, and I just thought that was a beautiful thing to do, and much love to all the mothers that fit that description. I think of God and His ability to nurture us, and when I think of mothers, I think of their ability to nurture us and to encourage us. And I kind of akin, that the Holy Spirit to kind of that role, that comforter, that counselor that mothers get to play physically. So much in many of our lives. I mean, you're not watching this video if you don't have a mother, no matter your relationship to her. And so it's a gift. I believe it's a worthy title, an amazing title, and a calling. And I'm grateful. I'm privileged to have a mother that lived up to and into her calling and continues to live into that for me and my siblings to this day, and for other people that aren't her biological physical children. She has spiritual daughters and sons that she continues to invest in, and I'm just grateful for her for that. So a couple of bullet points on the sermon that I enjoyed this morning that I wanted to share with you. A grace to grow. Pastor D talked about a grace to grow, and as she was sharing her testimony, one of the points that she had landed on is that she was not a good mother, or didn't want to identify as a good mother, but a growing mother. And I just see that, obviously as a male, I live into that in myself, as I don't want to just be a good father. I want to be a growing father. I don't want to be a good father. I want to be a growing father. And it makes me remember Jesus when they said, teacher, good teacher. They called him good. And he said, who is good? No one is good but the Father. And so if no one is good but the Father, then that gives us really the privilege of not identifying as a one specific role, good mother, good father, instead a growing mother, a growing father. It gives us that title in itself gives us a space for grace. So a grace to grow. God gives us a grace to grow. It was interesting. I'm a wrestling coach, and so I get to work with children all throughout the year, actually, more heavily for about 6 months out of the year, coaching the high school and the middle school, and then we're typically doing open mats through the summer to give our wrestlers an opportunity to continue to develop their skill. And I miss the kids, so it's nice to be able to continue to walk with them in a different capacity and help them to develop their gifts and their skills and their talents and things. And so one of the things I observe working with kids is that they are very observant, especially at that middle school level. We don't have as much capacity to kind of go into details verbally, but man, when you show them a move and you demonstrate it, they absorb that, and then you give them the opportunity to repeat that pattern, and then that's what really locks things in for them. And they learn so much through observation. And so I can imagine from a coach standpoint, when I'm walking in, I'm very aware of who I am being and who I want to be. I want them to catch me in the act of excellence. And when I navigate, I even think about now, being on social media, or just navigating the city, or going to the movies. I've ran into some of my kids at the movies. So it's like, I want my kids to catch me in the act of excellence. And so they inspire me and encourage me to live into a better version of myself. And I can imagine that would be a similar feeling as a parent. I mean, and the thing is, your children, that's your first ministry, first priority. That's the epicenter of society itself. And they're going to catch, they say that lessons are first caught and then taught. And more things like behaviors are really caught rather than just taught. They're going to watch you. How are you being? How are you treating them in the morning? How are you treating them in the afternoon? How are you treating them when you're tired? Um, I can imagine now, I've cultivated a habit of being very transparent with the youth that I have the opportunity to coach, and just letting them know, hey, coaches, this is where I'm at. Letting them know I love them. Just trying to be open. I'm not trying to be, an image of anything. I just want them to know who I am and where I'm at. And like sometimes, hey, if I'm pulling up late to a practice, I'll message in our platform, hey, I'm showing up a little late today. I'm so sorry. But it's just, I don't know, important to communicate. So I figure that's something I'm learning that's going well for me in a coaching setting. So I hope to continue that when I'm a father in the future, and prayerfully that will inspire you, no matter what season of life you're in, whether you're pre-parenting, post-parenting, or currently parenting, or maybe you're not a parent, but maybe you have something of a role like myself where you're engaged in the life of younger people and you want to be able to steward them well and help them be better. So a grace to grow, and to not be just a good mother, a good father, but a growing mother and a growing father. Give yourself, and when you identify as a growing anything, you're giving yourself that grace to grow. You're giving yourself the grace to make mistakes, because mistakes are inevitable, which leads me to another story that she told today that I thought was just so beautiful. She was talking about how one of her grandbabies was just walking really early on, and she would be running into things a lot. And so then she found herself trying to move things out of the way, and it was exhausting her because all the time baby starts walking and not thinking about anything, just looking straight forward. And so she's trying to move toys out of her way to help her avoid pain. And then God spoke to her at one moment when she was tired and trying to do all this stuff. And she said, and God told her that if you don't stop moving these things, then this baby is not going to learn how to step over the toys, go around the toys, or pick the toys up and move them. And then she said this, and I loved it. All right, and I got to figure out the church she came from, but Pastor D, speaking at Life Church, Mother's Day, what is this, May 11th. Okay, so if you can look up them on YouTube and catch the reference, but she landed with this. She said, God allows us things in life that he will give us the wisdom to walk around, the ability to jump over, and the strength to pick up and move. And I just thought that was so brilliant, so profound, and it's true. I mean, even in a coaching setting, and that's what I relate to, because that's where I spend a lot of my time with kids. If they don't have hardship, if they don't have adversity, then they don't have the opportunity to learn just how powerful they are or how powerful they can become. And so it's a gift. It's like the things that we endure, the things that we navigate around, fleeing temptation, or being the bigger person and deciding to rise above a situation. Or sometimes God will give you the strength and the grit to be able to pick something up, pick someone up, and to be able to help move them in a better direction, or move yourself in a better direction. And so all of these things that we get to experience is part of our development. It's part of our growth. I look at this tree behind me. I look at the grass behind me. It's alive. It's living. If you look at it closer and closer, you're going to find all kind of different nuances. You're going to find all kind of different imperfections, because it's alive, because it's growing. And that is us. We have the benefit of being alive. And because we're alive, there are going to be things that are going to get a little dirty. There's going to be things that we're going to mess up on. We're going to bring our best intentions, and we're going to say the wrong thing. We're going to do the wrong thing. And then we're going to say, hey, God, help me. You're going to say, my friend, help me, forgive me. I'm going to offend my friend. I'm going to offend my family. But it's what creates a safe space is when you can be authentically yourself. You can be open, you can be honest, you can be transparent, and you can be fully received by the people that you're in relationship with. That's how we build community. When there's elements of accountability, when there's elements of honesty, when there's elements of being heard, those are the things that we need. We need a safe space and a safe place. And so one of the questions I want to finish this reflection in on Mother's Day is, are you a safe place for someone? Are you a safe space for people? Is God your safe space? Where do you turn to when you're stressed out? Where do you go for safety? Often I really reflect on this thing myself, is that when we're in pain, the things that we run to is really indicates where we're at in our heart. And if you're not running to God, I want to encourage you to do so. because if you're running, whatever you're running to is likely holding you back from getting to the next thing, the next level in your life. Whatever you run to in your pain is going to help you or hinder you as you continue to progress towards your next level and your next best self. So anytime we're in pain and we find ourselves running to something outside of God, that's an opportunity for us to give that thing back to God and say, Lord, I'm sorry for going to this thing. I should be going to you first. And the beautiful thing, landing back on mothers, is mothers are often, a safe place, a safe space. And when you have someone like that in your life that is nurturing, that is comforting, that is kind, it is such a gift. And so if you didn't have that, I want to encourage you to ask God for that in your life, and he'll be that for you. He'll be that comforter, that friend. He'll never leave you or forsake you. And then you could possibly pray up maybe a motherly figure into your life that can be on this earthly plane and love you and support you in those ways. And if you are that to someone that is your child or not your child, God bless you. God bless you. Keep going, because there are so many times, even in my adult life, that I'll call my mother and looking for counsel, looking for guidance, looking for support. And it's just a blessing that she is readily available to give that. So I understand that I am privileged to have an amazing mother, and I'm grateful for her. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you're a mother, if you exist, if you live into that nurturer role, God bless you. God bless you. And if you have a mother wound, I pray, ask God to be that person, to fill that gap for you. And yeah, that's all in my notes. That's kind of all of my reflections. And well, I guess I'll finish with this actually. So third close, I guess. But you know what? Blame Pastor D, because she really brought it today. She said, she finished with, "Don't live in regret. Don't live in regret. It's a backwards motion. Live real, live raw, and keep moving forward." So that's what I want to end this reflection with. That's what I want to encourage you with. Live real, live raw, keep moving forward. There's no reason to regret anything. Be present. Give the moment the best that you can. Ask God for help in any ways that you falter. Praise God and give him glory for any ways that you succeed. So to all the mothers out there, presently, the mothers to be, happy Mother's Day. God bless you.